Welcome to Experience Math, the 7 math senses approach to math, and see what the strongest math students have in mind. This is Matt. Matt doesn't get math. He is bright in many ways, but when it comes to math, all he experiences is anxiety and confusion. The more he is taught math, the more it becomes a mysterious foreign language or a secret code. At best, math is a boring memory task dominated by meaningless facts and multi-step procedures. It doesn't have to be this way. Many students love math and find it magical. They experience math as fun and meaningful because, as researchers have discovered, strong math students have a different way of approaching math. We call this way the 7 math senses approach. The 7 math senses are what underlie all math learning. They are easy to develop, even in students who have struggled with math for years. The first math sense is a sense of quantity. Behind every number is a quantity. The strongest math minds have a deep sense of quantity that gives numbers real meaning. This is true number sense, the ability to perceive and quantify objects without counting. The second sense is a visual spatial sense of quantities and numbers. With this sense, students literally see math in their heads. They visualize numbers and quantities on a mental number line or a blackboard. Students who lack this sense may be number blind. They may not be able to see a group of objects and picture the corresponding number. Most students who struggle with math lack this clear visual sense of quantity. Students who fully experience math have a flexible sense of numbers. This sense is especially important with complex mathematics such as fractions and algebra. Suddenly numbers have equivalents, are variable, and have multiple representations. Students who struggle with math often have very rigid ideas about numbers. 1 is 1 is 1. But to understand fractions and decimals in algebra, they need to grasp why 1/2 is 2/4 or 3/6. 1/2 may be represented by half an apple or 2 out of 4 apples. Our fourth math sense is a sense of patterns and sequences. With this sense, numbers cease to be random and unrelated, but they are parts of systems that make sense. Fractions and decimals don't intuitively fit the whole number counting and place value pattern, but experienced math students sense that these special numbers do fit a counting system: 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and have distinct patterns: 1/10, 2/10, 3/10. Our fifth sense is number magnitude. This sense needs to be highly refined to handle the complexities of secondary math. Students need to understand why 24/100 is bigger than 23/100. They need to understand why half is much bigger than 1/10, even if 2 is smaller than 10. Our sixth math sense is number relationships. From factors and multiples to trigonometry, number relationships give math meaning. Fractions and decimals have complex and obscure relationships. This is why so many students struggle with equivalent fractions. Fractions and decimals in algebra make sense when you understand the many complex and changing relationships between numbers. Our seventh sense is probably the most important in advanced math. It is the sense of equality. Students who struggle with math often look at an equal sign and think that they must carry out an operation or a procedure. Students with a strong sense of numbers understand the nature of equations and can apply it to algebra. Experienced math develops the 7 math senses in every student's mind. With a clear sense of math, the harder parts of math, such as calculations, facts and procedures, memorization, and problem solving, will follow naturally. So if your child or student has been struggling with math after tons of instruction, then let him learn math with ExperienceMath. If you know your child is capable of much more, don't repeat the same old instruction in digital form. Let her learn math with ExperienceMath.